Welcome to EDU World Space.
So bond enthalpy of carbon single, double and triple bond has 348, 614 and 839 kilojoule per mole. C single bond C contains a 1 sigma bond, C double bond C contains 1 sigma bond and 1 pi bond. 1 pi bond is calculated at 268 kilojoule. C double bond C contains 1 sigma and 1 pi bond. C triple bond C contains 1 sigma and 2 pi bonds. So 1 pi bond can be calculated as 225 kilojoule. Average pi bond contribution can be calculated as 245.5 kilojoule. Now the B part says bond enthalpies of N bond. So N single bond N contains 163 kg, N double bond N is 418, and N triple bond N is 941 kilojoule. So to calculate the average pi bond contribution, N single bond N contains 1 sigma bond, N double bond N contains 1 sigma and 1 pi bond. So 1 pi bond can be calculated as 255 kilojoule. And double bond N contains 1 sigma and 1 pi bond, and N triple bond N contains 1 sigma and 2 pi bonds. So 1 pi bond can be calculated as 523. Average pi bond contribution can be calculated as 389 kilojoule. C part says to draw Lewis structure of N2H4. N has 5 and H has 1 valence electron. Total number of valence electron can be calculated as 14 electrons. So the Lewis structure can be drawn as this. Each N atom has 3 bonding domain and 1 non-bonding domain. Electron domain geometry and tetrahedral, thus N is sp3 hybridized. Now layer structure of N2H2. Total number of valence electrons are 12 electrons. So the structure can be drawn as this. Each N atom has 2 electron bond domain and 1 non-bonding domain. Electron domain geometry is a trigonal planar, thus an atom is an sp3 hybridized. Now Lewis structure of N2. So total now the structure of N2, total number of valence electron can be calculated as 10, and the structure can be drawn as this. So here each N atom has 1 bonding domain and 1 non-bonding domain. Electron domain geometry of N2 linear, thus N is sp hybridized. So the D part says large difference in average pi contribution of carbon and nitrogen atom is due to fact that N is much more electronegative than carbon atom, thus have greater electron density around an atom.